It's Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time once again for Saturday morning summons. Today we're here on Jolera's account. I just want to complain about her account for a second. Of course I do, because I looked at it. And when I look at you guys' accounts, I will always, the littlest bit of complaints. Before we get started, she had a couple of things. Number one, she had her cell settings. Like, this was set to be sold. This was set to be sold. She had her cell settings basically selling everything. I don't know if she knew that she had those settings set or if someone, like a friend, set them for her or whatever. But I looked, I was like, oh, let me just sell some selected. And I'm like, it sold everything. I'm like, let me double check. I'm like, these are pretty good stuff. So yeah, she just had it set to sell every single thing. She's got a lot of, let's start doing summons. She's got a lot of stuff here. Wow. Okay, let's get it started. We'll click on the new monster thing. I'm assuming that's what she wants. She didn't say either way, but we've summoned for her plenty of times before. Yeah, at least a handful, right? Excuse me, at least a handful of times before. Also, I took a look at her. I guess she was having trouble. Nobody asked me to do this. Generally, when people ask me to do this, I'm like, I really don't have time to go through and fix accounts. I just when I happen to see something, I'm like, that ain't right. That ain't right. I'll show you guys, and I'll see if you... Everyone needs to, everyone better understand exactly what's wrong with this as soon as I show it. All right, let's go to, because you got the Melia. She wasn't using this. She wasn't using this in Giants. She was using other stuff, and I think I can see why. Hopefully you guys see right away. It doesn't actually, these don't need to be on Violent. But both of these are incredibly low accuracy. For these only need accuracy for the most part. They need speed. First, I mean, they need more speed, but yeah, that's all they need is speed and accuracy. And put some accuracy on the units that do dots. I'm just saying. So if you guys see this and you're like, oh, that's like mine too. Don't let it be like yours. Don't let it be like yours. And that's why she's not getting any new runes. Any good new runes. Because she set everything to sell them. I mean, there's also the matter of 5,000 energy sitting in her energy. But yeah, there's that. What else are they? We should probably do this. Well, I want to say we should probably do this one by one, but we do have some games to discuss. I feel like the mobile is just either all garbage or things that we've discussed before that are just, they're coming out eventually. So yeah, pre-registration coming soon to play. They need, okay, if you're gonna have coming soon to Google Play pre-registration, it needs to come out like at some point soon. Some of these things are here for like 6 months. It's like, that's not soon. 6 months. I'm like, yeah, I'll take the trash out soon. 6 months later, oh, finally. No. If Google can get away with it, I can get away with it too. 6 months of coming soon. Get out of here, man. I mean, some of these games I don't ever want to come because they look terrible, but yeah, coming soon. And then they're going to flop as soon as they come out. So what's the point? Like, we want to make sure people see these 1,000 times before they flop. That is the point, because they want people, they like, for these crappy games that have no budget. And why would they have a budget? Because they're crappy. Yeah, they're not going to spend money on advertising. They want as much free advertising as possible, so that the game doesn't flop as bad. I suppose that's the only sense I can make of it. Let's see. Anything good? Hey, we got a boom boom. Where is... I don't know where this thing is. Where is this? Okay, so I'm looking for... Oh my goodness. Really, where is this though? Here it is. This one. Please tell me that this is going to do the right thing. Please tell me. Okay, good. So these are games that are coming out soon. Soon. So we'll oh, nice. We'll discuss all of them right now. Well, actually, we're not going to discuss the things that we've discussed plenty of times before. Path to Nowhere. Have we seen this before? What is this? A's No Games. I'm kind of curious if... Oh, this looks like... This looks kind of like Arknights, actually. But not like Arknights. It looks like a not chibi version of Arknights. This actually could be good. Looks good anyway. Alright, showing you guys on the screen. Path to Nowhere. Scott, waifu's tied up. Uh-oh. What else do we have? Do we really not get any other ones? Checkmate Heroes. Summon your armies on chessboard. It's already not off to a great start if the English is not correct. Doesn't... I never know if these things are going to be terrible or not. Because, I mean, it looks cool in terms of, like, graphics, right? Doesn't look terrible, but who knows? Who knows what it's actually going to be. Looks like could be fun gameplay. But I don't believe these things anymore. Like, I don't know if this is going to actually come out and be, like, absolutely terrible. It looks like it could be decent, right? Checkmate Heroes. What else do we have? We got nothing? All right. It's about Dracula City Master Idol Army. Ooh. Did we talk about this before? I think we might have talked. It looks terrible. Oh my god. All right, yeah. It looks terrible. I think we might have talked about this before. Maybe I was like, "Oh, this looks good." No, I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have said it looks good. It's very low poly. On the bright side, you could run that on like any phone. You could run like a can of sardines. You could run that app on anything. What do we have here? This is Viking Gods Idol Tap Game. Oh my god, why do they keep rolling out garbage? Sometimes I want... Oh, by the way, she wants Ariel. I don't know why she wants Ariel. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I want to curse and I have to remember to not do that. Kind of cute graphics, a little bit, right? Looks a little bit like, I don't know, reminds me of Hercules. From the Disney movie. I saw something pop up. I had to stop the video for a second just to be on the safe side. I was like, what's popping up over here? What do we have next? Sword Art Online. I think we probably talked about this, right? I have a feeling we talked about it. Sword Art Online versus... Doesn't really... Oh, it's like a... music game? Looks like a music game. We got a Kaki, by the way. I don't know if that showed on the screen. We got a Kaki. And it's a lot of cut. I don't know. We'll take a look at this when it comes out. Actually, that big monster guy looks like the thing from Summoner's War Chronicles. As Counter was like, shh, we didn't actually develop it. We just stole things from other games. Could you imagine? It wouldn't be the first time Counter has done that. But oops, I accidentally said that. They got in trouble too for doing it. From Summoner's War Lost Centuria, they apparently took some liberties with some of the graphics. I mean, the characters obviously were Summoner's War lore, but some of the other things in the game, people in other communities called "Come to Us Out" on it. That were not familiar with the Summoner's War franchise. They were just like, "Here's a new game. Let's see what this is all about." Why are these graphics from other games in here? So, oh, we have to put these in. Hey, hooray! Let's see. We'll take. Look at this. It's a new best time too. New best clear time. Putting Chilling in there. I put Chilling in there. Did I mention that I put Chilling in there? I put him in there because they needed accuracy. I'm like, I'm not gonna re-ruin all this stuff. Here's an accuracy lead. Wow, the team works great now because they weren't landing debuffs because they had no accuracy. That's the only thing Chilling is there for. And then he's also that he's got a speed buff for the team, so it gives them extra turns. So, but for the most part, he's just there for the accuracy leader. Oh my goodness. All right, let's continue. What is this that we're looking at? We're looking at Infinity Battle. Oh, we already talked about this in another one. Last War Shelter. I think we already talked about this in the last one too. All right, we're on to Steam now. That was fast because the things that are there, we've discussed many times before. If we haven't discussed them, we've discussed them all before. So, what do we have here? Oh, it's playing audio. Wonderful. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. I don't know why they do that. I don't know how loud the audio is. Nova Lands, Amelia's Mission. Seriously, I don't know why they have two videos pop up at the same, like, who's like, I want to consume media, but I'd like two videos to pop up at this. Like, I understand sometimes people have two videos on at the same time for something. They're like, oh, there's music in the background, whatever. There's like a little music. What is it? Music stream. And then they're like, but I'm watching a video on like finance or something. Now you know my leisure time. But yeah, I don't know why a Steam page has two videos. It's watch the developer play, and then it's a trailer for the game at the same time. Like, either show me one or the other. Don't show me both at the same time from the same page. Right? I don't know why they do that. Yeah, Nova Lands. Looks like it's a pixel art something. It's definitely a something, guys. I've ascertained at least that much information. That hold on. Okay. That it's something. It is a game and something happens in it. Here we go. Oh. Yep. It's a city builder. It's like a, civilization and things like that, I assume, but a pixel art space version of that. I think there's a market for that. There's a market for everything. Just how big of a market it is the real question. Mars Base. Welcome to Mars Base, humanity's foothold on the Red Planet. Join the expedition as an interstellar botanist and make history. Turn barren soil into fertile farmland. Grow food for colonists' tables and unearth the secrets of Mars. Are you ready to science the crop out of everything? Are you ready to science the crop out of everything? Oh my goodness. They made a game specifically for people that live in Portland, Oregon. I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. Yeah. This is the whole trend of like, let's go. It's just, you know what? They made a game for everyone that likes, everyone that follows Elon Musk on Twitter and also happens to like pixel art. Dupes. Sadly, dupes. Sadly. They said I can feed all the dupes, though. Let's see if they even finished Tiana. They got some crazy stuff, like really crazy stuff on this account. They got some good stuff here. I don't know how else to say it. You guys probably noticed if you were actually watching what was going on. Let's see. Yeah, they have. I mean, they have all these Shizuka girls on Mujis. They have a couple of the mages. They have. I mean, they basically kind of have like one of each of everything for some of these. They have Light Sea Emperor, the slowest Light Sea Emperor. I shouldn't have even looked at the runes. Slowest Light Sea Emperor possible. We'll feed the second Tiana. But yeah, they got like the whole, not the whole Pokedex, but they got a lot of stuff. They also have Nepthys. I thought they had a third. They do have a third. LD Eleanor. I don't know if I'm missing anything else, but yeah, they got some juicy stuff. All right, let's put these in storage. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Let's feed Tiana. Because I think that's the whole point, is they just want to collect everything. So, even though Tiana, I would love a second Tiana. You don't even have to skill it up, use it for siege. So, I think this is gonna be one of those. How many are they actually missing? What else would be good for them? We should get them a Leo, because no speed. Okay, a fire striker. Oh, some pretty solid units that they're missing. Fire weapon master, fire beast rider, fire striker, fire slayer, fire sky surfer. I mean, there's other. I shouldn't click on every single one, but what else? Missing. Of all the things you're missing, you're like aerial. I need that. They got most. Wow, they got most of the good water ones. What else? Wind monkey. Pretty solid. Oliver Shungpung Dominic. Wow, Oliver Shungpung Dominic missing. But she's like, I really would like Ariel. Why do I think that's funny? Because these units are so good. And then Ariel's the, well, to each their own. Let's take a look at some more. Oh, I didn't even show you guys Mars Base. Elon Musk pixel art simulator. Here we go. Here it is. Very exciting. Actually, some of these games, like I'm like, oh, it's just pixel art, and like you never know if they're actually good or not, because they're not mobile games, so they could actually be good. If it's a pixel art mobile game, you know it's bad, unless it's like, what's the one that's like Zelda? Not Legend of Zelda. It's like Zelda. I don't know what it is. Let me see if I can find it. 'Cause now we need to know. Oh. No, it says Evoland. Evoland is a great game. Evoland is, it's a short emotional journey. Evoland. But that's not, did I know that was from mobile? I don't know if I knew. Adventures of Mana, Evoland, Hyperlight Drifter, Ocean Horn. I think it's Ocean Horn that I was thinking about. Is it Ocean Horn? No, it's not that. But Ocean Horn is also like Zelda, for sure. I don't know if I've played Ocean Horn. Ocean Horn. Legend of the Skyfish? It might be, I think it's Legend of the Skyfish that I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's what it is. That is the Zelda-like experience for mobile that I was thinking about. I may as well tell you guys what the rest of them are. Oh, that one kind of looks like Zelda. Oh, that looks like an NES Zelda experience. That's like Zelda if graphics didn't exist. These are all like different Zeldas though. I don't think that Hyperlight Drifter is a Zelda-like experience. Would you say it's a Zelda-like experience? Evoland for sure, because that's the whole point of Evoland. Adventures of Mana is kind of an Adventures of Mana experience. It's like that's what it is. I mean, I guess it's kind of like Zelda. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it is a Zelda-like experience. Okay, for sure. Aruna's Adventure. What is this on, man? We got some 4 stars here. Oh, that is like an N64, not an N64, regular Nintendo Zelda-like experience. Wow, or like a Game Boy. Aruna's Adventure. If you miss Zelda for Game Boy, you want to play it on. These are all mobile, right? Yeah. Only iOS. Okay. The rest of these are not even mobile. Guardian Tales. Hey, at least someone. I'm not the one that made this list. Someone else made this. Guardian Tales. Definitely though. Definitely a nostalgic experience. It'll do. Binding of Isaac. I mean, Binding of Isaac. Kind of, because you're just in dungeons all the time. But like, if you're a psychopath that likes Zelda. Ocean Horn was the one I was thinking of, though. That would be it. That's not coming out this week. That's just I wanted to see what game I was talking about. Whatever. Let's see what else. Let's see what else there is. Show me all the things that I have to now pause all the videos because the Shadow Government Simulator. What? A turn-based strategy game. This has like no graphics, basically. I mean, it has graphics, but yeah. A turn-based strategy game where you lead a secret society towards world domination. Investigate the influential and convert them to your faction via bribery, seduction, and intimidation. Ooh. Reshape society's power structures to fend off rival societies of the world's nation as in your quest for power. This is what I mean by it has really no graphics, kind of. There is a little bit, technically, kind of, a little bit. So, yeah. They're like, who's the graphic designer for the game? And the developer's like, yes! What do you mean, yes? Yes! Is there a graphic designer? No! I designed the graphics while I was on the toilet. Not even Paint. I mean, Paint would still do. Paint would be more robust than that. All right. Why do I just crap on everything? Speaking of the toilet, what is this? Jawas? Cult of Babel. Roguelite overpowered wizard simulator and dungeon crawler slay hundreds of cultists using the power of ancient cards and your magical arsenal. Choose from a diverse set of cards to create unique game-breaking builds and shoot down the horde trying to stop you from climbing the Tower of Babel. Let's take everything looks like it's developed for Nintendo nowadays. That's the whole thing though. Is like when there's no budget to work with, people are just like, I'm gonna make a game, but I don't have any money to make the graphics, so I'm just gonna. Unless I know someone that also wants to make a game that can do graphics, they're like, I'm gonna have to figure it out myself. So that's what. This is also a Zelda-like, because I see some rupees. I see some rupees for sure. And that's not really Zelda-like though. Yeah. Cult of Babel. Where's this next one? Oh, some nonsense. What the Terror of Hemasaurus. Retro City Smash 'em Up. Everything is retro. I'm getting tired of retro. I think I've been tired of retro, though. Retro City Smash 'em Up with satisfaction. That's got to be like 100,000 retro games now. People... I'm sure I've mentioned this so many times in every summon video. I think a lot of people don't really want retro for retro. They want retro because they miss the nostalgia of, number one, being able to play a video game all day without having to go to work and having the stress of the rest of their lives, and just they miss the time of when they were a kid playing video games. For some of you, you might actually be kids now. You're not kids. Don't you like how I've already identified everything? I've seen the analytics. There's like 2 kids watching right now. And why? They're like, I'm eating my cereal. I'll put you on because I'm eating my cereal. I want to see summons. Please get to the summons. Stop talking about things I don't understand. Talk about jobs. I'm 12. Well, I think 12. I'm describing someone that's 6 and I'm saying that they're 12. I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. I'm going crazy. Okay. Whatever I would say. But yeah, it's not necessarily that they want like bad graphics. No one's like, ooh, I want bad graphics. They really want to not have microtransactions in their game and 100,000 downloadable DLCs that they have to download new updates and patches every 5 minutes and have to spend $200 every week for microtransactions for the game that they bought. That's what people miss the nostalgia of buying a game, putting the little disc in the little console, and then the game pops up instead of 2 hours of not like this. I don't even play consoles anymore because you have to download update. Like, you can't just pop it in and be like, oh, let me play it. You have to pop it in, then you have to update the console software, console software, and then you have to update the game. Is like, oh, there's a new patch, there's a new update. We're gonna download it, but it's also gonna take 3 hours to download, like a 1 meg file. Like, that's not how is that possible? Well, we have to, just to make sure, we have to download it 300 times. Why would you need to do that? Well, you never know. No, I don't. I couldn't know if I never know. How would I? That doesn't even logically make sense. Really though, like there's been times where I've been, okay, let's play a console game, and then at least an hour of downloading updates. I'm exaggerating with the 3 hours or whatever I said, but at least an hour of downloading updates, and then you have to get the like you have to register sometimes a new account to even play the game that you bought in the first place, right? You have to register, and then you can't play it if you don't register an account with like Ubisoft or whatever. I think it was Ubisoft the one, but it's not like just them. So, hey, Cherry Lucian. But yeah, you have to, and then like if you like, what if you don't want to make a new account to play the game? Well, I'm gonna return this game. How are you gonna return it? They're not gonna take it back. They'll be like, we'll pay you 50 cents for the game that you just bought for $50. Pay 50 cents because we're not gonna. You can't return it to us. You already opened it. Give you 50 cents for it. This game's too stressful. If I want that kind of stress and frustration, I'll just do real life. I think that's what people miss. They just miss not having a bunch of BS when they're trying to play video games. They just miss actually like putting the game in, playing the game, then you're done with the game, then you turn the game off. But you never done with the game. You never turn the game off. You're like, okay, I'm done with the game for today. But I didn't get to a save point, so I'll just leave the console on and turn the TV off, and then Mom won't know, and then you'd be like, Mom, don't touch the Nintendo. And she's like, well, I have to vacuum. Your room is disgusting. What am I even talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't know what happens in these videos anymore. We just took a trip down memory lane of God even knows what. That's got to have been a thing though. I'm sure that's happened when I was a kid. It's like, you know, ooh, hold on. Ooh, they don't need these. All right. That's sad. Feels Batman. You know, let's do the wins though. At least we have a chance to get some of those new wind units. Let's do the winds first. Let's do... Oh, they do want aerial, though. Aerial. Or maybe they said aerial just because of the stones. Maybe that's not one of their most wanted. Maybe they're just like, I'll take an aerial because stones. Let's put... Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's going to be all the runes that they... Okay. I mean, I would kind of sell all that, but we'll keep the one rune. They're like, no, keep every single one. Hey, they had the thing set to sell everything, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do, where's the place for the stuff? This thing. Getting close to the 2-for-1 deal. Yeah, Terror of Hemosaurus. Plays a giant monster unleashing terror upon mankind with his modern arcade experience with the action turned up to 11. Is that from that movie about the rock band? Spinal Tap? Is that? I don't remember. Whatever. Let's take a look. It looks like nonsense. It looks like a Game Boy Color game. Yeah. I feel like that should be a mobile game. Like a $2 mobile game. What is this? It's probably like $70. $70. Probably not $70. Man, there's not that many people playing Outbound Ghost. I'm so sad. I should have promoted it more if I want people to play it. There's another game that just gave me... because Outbound Ghost is getting good reviews, but there's just not a lot of people playing it, which is sad. Man. Potionomics. There's also another game that just gave me a code They didn't sponsor. They just gave me a free code for to download it. I think it's a pretty solid game. I think it's one of those. There's like games that win awards that are very similar to it. Like it's just a platformer, like 2D thing, but it's like it looks very beautiful. I didn't play it though yet, so I'll probably play it and do a video on it because I feel like this deserves at least some eyes on it, right? So, because there's some PC games that are like, even though they're 2D, there's like a lot of work was put into them and to make them like a really enjoyable experience. So, yeah, what is this? Potionomics. You've inherited your uncle's potion shop and a huge debt. Better get brewing. Customize your store, hire heroes to gather ingredients, befriend or romance fellow vendors to learn new haggling strategies, and go head-to-head with competitors in this narrative-driven deck-building shop simulator. Just spend the same amount of time. Just start a new Amazon store. Start an Etsy shop. And then you could do exactly this, but also get paid for it. It's crazy. This actually looks pretty... It looks good. It looks like there was actually an art team for it. It's not pixel art. So, that looks not bad. Yeah, some of these games could be good. That one looks... If you like shop simulators, that one looks like a decent one. But, I don't know. I didn't play it, obviously. RPG developer Bacon. It's not spelled like bacon. It's B-A-K-I-N. RPG developer Bakin is a game development tool that allows anyone to create RPGs using intuitive operations and advanced features without the need for programming knowledge. Several game asset DLCs are available, so you can enjoy creating games from the day you purchase it. Now we're going to have so many games, thousands of games, that look just like this. I mean, it's not bad looking. So, maybe that's not a bad thing. Oh, hold on. What do we get? Oh, we got Wind Assassin. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. There's going to be a lot of games that start to look like this, though. We're going to see that in the future. It looks good. What do we get here? Yeah, this is... I wouldn't mind a lot of games that are looking like this. But this is going to be one of those things where eventually over the next couple of years, you're going to be like, oh, it's a bacon game. It's a Bakin game. Whatever. It looks like Evoland. It actually does look pretty nice. It looks like basically make Evoland. Let's see, what is this? Ukraine War Stories. Nothing says this is not even a game. Ukraine War Stories is a set of visual novels about the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. Set in the early months of the war, it tells the stories of civilians trapped on Russian-occupied territory. I'm saying this with a smile. It's not a happy-go-lucky game, obviously. All stories are based on real events and eyewitness accounts. I don't know if I want to play. It's not that that's bad. It's probably a good thing that people, if they're curious about what's going on, can experience kind of firsthand. Because you don't really, like, if someone just says something, like, you don't really experience it firsthand. You can't really connect as much as if, like, you are the one in the story that it's happening to. Then you're like, wow, this is pretty crappy. We gotta do something about this, right? So, it's visual novels, though. It's not really too much. There's just pictures of, like, things that are happening. I don't want to get too political, so but I'll show you guys. There you go. It's just visual novels. But this is one of those. It's not for entertainment purposes. It's for, like, to get you to connect and understand what's going on. So, like, oh, it's the depressing part of the podcast right now. We should just make a I mean, like, what? There should just be. No one wants podcasts, though. Oh, no one wants podcasts. If this didn't say summons on it, they would get even less views. If it was like, podcast if they're like, nope. Like 20 people would be like, yeah, I'll watch that. Okay. We need flashy things on the screen. That's what podcasts need. There's no exciting visuals and explosions in podcasts. If podcasts had explosions, wow, so many more people would watch podcasts. They'd be like, yeah, did you see the explosions in that podcast? It was so exciting. I peed my pants. That's what I want. I want you guys to pee your pants after watching videos, during watching videos, whatever. It's my goal. That's my new 2023 goal. What do we have next? Nitro Kid. Nitro Kid is a roguelike deck builder set in the neon 80s. Build your deck of cyber kung fu moves. Use card count. Do you ever wonder, like, there's this retro 80s cyberpunk style of theme of it's like just nonsense, but it's cyberpunk style. Like, who wants all of these cyberpunk games? Me. I want the cyberpunk games. Everything. I should have been around in the 80s. I mean, I was, but I should have been an adult in the 80s. Well, then I'd be super old now. I wish I could go back in a time machine and experience the 80s at the age that I am now. Good. I might hate it. I might like it. I don't know. I'll be like, why does the graphics suck on everything? What are you talking about? You're not even looking at the TV. I'm talking about real life. Why does the graphics suck on real life? It's the 80s. Fun fact, the 80s was actually not HD. Real life was not HD. I like some of these card games. I don't think I'd like this one, but, you know. That's saying a lot. I like card games, and I like the 80s, and I like Cyberpunk, but I don't like this game. It's like, wow, I don't know. I didn't play it. I can't say if I like it or not if I haven't played it. Deadlink. What is this? It's probably a game. Get ready to put a sizable dent in the profits of mega corporations in Deadlink, a guns-blazing cyberpunk FPS with roguelite elements. Your mission is to conduct covert ops while piloting a humanoid combat shell, and no, covert doesn't mean quiet. This is the cyberpunk game that we're hoping for. Well, it's probably not cyberpunk. Let's see. Deadlink. Yeah, kind of cyberpunk. See, this one looks pretty. This one could be fun. I just want to play a game where you shoot people in the face. That's like half the games out there, though. Lucky for me. This one looks like it could be good. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be the most exciting one of the video. Maybe we leave that for last. We'll leave it for last then. We'll go on to a different one first. We'll go on to a different one first, just because we need the suspense. Okay, what's the new next one? Mile High Taxi. Fifth Element meets Crazy Taxi. Delivers zany passengers while dodging mile-high skyscrapers and blabbermouth pedestrians. If you are a mile high in a hovering taxi, what pedestrian is there? I don't get it. Let's see what there is. Oh, there's some pedestrians. Oh, that's definitely Fifth Element Crazy Taxi. Kind of like that where I hope that we live in worlds that are similar to this in the future. But what if you like accidentally fall off a building? What if you fall off a building right now? It's the same problem. We have the same there's no hovering cars. There actually are hovering cars. I shouldn't say there's no hovering cars because there are plenty of technological advances that some of you guys don't even know about. What is this next one? Oh, Blades and Tales, a turn-based RPG that is action-oriented but rewards a thoughtful approach. Explore a fantastic land populated by different animal tribes, follow the main story, or hunt for treasures. Let's search for treasures. Hunt for treasures in ancient ruins and mysterious dungeons. Develop your character and gain powerful equipment. I would like to get some powerful navs in here. This is kind of cute. This is also like Legend of Zelda. Every game is like Legend of Zelda. It's a top-down, but you're a fox and you fight bears. I don't know. Let's see it. This is kind of cool. Why do I think that this is kind of cool? Hold on. What is this? That's a cookie. All right. Yeah, I don't know why I think that's some of these games, man. Oh, hold on. Something good? No. Yeah, that could be cool. Of Blades and Tails. There was a point where like when I was in the band, we were making music, and a lot of other bands at the time were doing this as well. All of the song names, well, maybe not all, a lot of song names were like of word and word, or something of something. It's like all the band names were that it followed a certain structure. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe I can explain what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's see. No, these are too mainstream. Yeah, these are too mainstream. Oh, this not. Oh well, whatever. You'll have to take my word for it. You're like, we're not taking your word. If you don't have examples, then we're not taking your word for it. But yeah, that was the thing. What's the next game? Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. Play as Nathan Drake and Chloe Fraser in their own standalone adventures as they confront their pasts and forge their own legacies. This game includes the critically acclaimed. Why can't I read? Critically acclaimed single-player stories from both Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Let's see it. I didn't play the Uncharted games. You can hate me now. It's basically Tomb Raider, though. I also didn't play Tomb Raider. You can hate me now. I'm like the only person that doesn't play these games. Why am I talking like that? Oh my goodness, because I was too busy playing games like Harmony's Odyssey, a 3D fantasy adventure puzzle game set on mythical dioramas full of riddles, perky creatures, and magic. Embark on a fantastic journey. Well, let's keep summoning. Fantastic journey through remote fabled lands tangled by a rowdy cat and bring peace to its inhabitants. If you're thinking, I wonder if this is a game for 5-year-old girls. Yes, it is a game for 5-year-old girls, most likely. Let's take a look. Let's see it. Yup. Why is that on Steam then? Hold on. Sometimes I wonder if this is the right market for this. What was this? Is this? Oh, that's just like mini games, I guess. Wacky stuff, man. What do we get? Nothing? Nice. Did we? No, we still have a little bit of time for the things and the stuff. How many? Because we didn't finish the mysticals yet. 10 more wing scrolls. I was just trying to maybe get Oliver and Dominic and Shung Pung, even though they probably don't have runes for. Because they were selling everything, and also not farming. Those two together. That'll do it. All right, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. This is the one that I was like, ooh, we'll save this one till the end. Crash Bandicoot 4. Looks good. It's About Time. The critically acclaimed Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time is now available on Steam. Has this... maybe this has already come out and I never noticed. But I don't know. At a certain point, all of these games, all of these platformer games are like... we don't know what to do anymore. The first one, they were on their little island. The second one, they were on a different island, but the bad guy got more badder. The third one is like more technology. Fourth one is like, we don't know what to do. Time travel? I don't know. these platformer games taking the same approach as Marvel. Like, we don't know what to do. Time travel. That's gotta be it. That's the answer. Everyone figured it out together. When in doubt, time travel. Looks good though. Looks good. I'm kind of complaining about Ratchet and Clank. Complaining about, I don't know. Those games are all good. Platformers are awesome. These cute platformer things that are like, these are the console sellers, right? That like appeal to a large audience, including a lot of kids. I just like games that appeal to kids because I'm a 5-year-old mentally. Not surprising at all. Like if you sent a 5-year-old to business school and he came back like 9 or whatever, that would be me. Maybe I'm a 9-year-old then. Okay, I've upgraded myself to a 9-year-old. That's what it is. One day I will grow up. Probably not. Probably not gonna happen. That is it for these. Why is it? What's with the art style of this? Must be like a special suit that's like a time travel thing that changes the art style and whatever to be like glowing edges. None of these. Neither of these are new. According to that, neither of these are new. Everything is a dupe. Dupe after dupe after dupe after dupe. I'm hoping that we can get one new unit at the end of all of this. I'm hoping we can get something new. Jeez. Although I feel you. I've got plenty of Villaduels. It's not how you spell, it's not how you pronounce it. It's Villaduels. Question me again, I'll change it to make it even stupider. Man, how do I make it stupider than that? I don't know. I would have to figure it out. I know we didn't feed it for blessing. We'll take a look in a second. And we'll see. That's sad, though. That's sad they still didn't get anything new. Six different options. All of them were dupes. But they have a lot of stuff. This is what I was saying. Like, wouldn't you like to spend... Here's the thing. After getting not the thing that you want over and over and over and over again, why would you want to be... I mean, people don't use logic anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... Really, people should think, well, I didn't get the thing that I wanted multiple times over and over and over and over again, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, they don't want to build a second Villaduel. They didn't even build the first one. Rip Villaduel. Getting close, though, to a second blessing. They are missing some good fire stuff. How many LDs? We got a lot of LDs. Okay. We got a lot of legendaries. Let's see if we get a good legendary wind thing. We got one legendary wind scroll. Fusion. Man, such a bummer. There was nothing that we missed, right, from these. Crash Bandicoot looks good. There's so many good platformer games that I never got a chance to play. I have this, okay, I have like a vision board. For those of you that don't know, it's like a wall, and yes, vision boards are things that like teenage girls do, which I'm a teenage girl. I'm a 5-year-old boy with a business degree. I'm also a teenage girl with a vision board. I like ponies. What was I even saying? So I have these goals, right? And they get crossed off they get crossed off eventually, but they get crossed off so slow, so very slow. One of the things on the wall is like to play Super Mario. One of these days I'm gonna get to it. You're like, you beat that game in like 2 days. Yet one of these days I'm gonna get to it. Gotta schedule a whole month of being able to play it so I can get 2 days to play it. I need fire puree. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just getting old. The older you get, the longer anything takes to do. Like when you're young, you're like, oh, I could do this super fast. I got nothing else to do. When the older you get, the more you're like, I gotta do this chore. I gotta do that chore. There's the thing for the government that I got the paperwork and I don't know. There's always the thing for the government with the paperwork. That's what takes up so much time is the things for the government with the paperwork. Really though. Especially if you work for the government. Then your whole life is basically the thing with the government with the paperwork. Couple of you out there are like, you don't know it. That's my life to a T. The thing with the government with the paperwork. There's also a separate wall, right? So that's the vision board wall. There's also a separate wall. It's just full. I'm not going to show you because then you're going to know everything that's going on in my entire life. There's just a separate wall that's got so much stuff for like to do, like it's a to-do list, right? So this is like the bigger things like get a house, play Super Mario, make a whole bunch of food videos, fix my stank beard, which is still not, like you guys, I don't think you guys know that it's still so bad. So bad. I just make it so you don't notice. But yeah, it's still got the condition. So man, the older you get, the more you rack up special medical conditions that doctors are like, no, you don't have anything. Like, no, I definitely have something. Could you just take it? No, that's how it is. But no, that wasn't how it was like 2 years ago. Well, you're probably lying. Like, I'm not lying. Well, you don't even know me. Oh my goodness. It's nice to go to doctors and one of many things. I'm speaking just one of a single instance of many occasions of different things that are going on, right? So it's like, you go to a doctor, and you're like, yeah, just pieces of my facial hair just don't grow anymore. It's like, it's clear, it's like tiny clear hairs. And they're like, oh yeah, well just some people don't grow full beards. That's how it is. It's like, no, you don't understand. I had a full beard, and I'm Arabic, so it's just like, if you guys didn't know. Well, part anyway. So I'm like, I have plenty of beard, like I have always had plenty of beard. And then it just stopped growing, and in certain spots, and it grows fine in other spots. And they're like, no, I don't believe you. Like, no, what? And the best part is when you go to multiple doctors and they're like, definitively, this is exactly what it is. And then you go to the next doctor and they're like, definitively, this is exactly what it is. And you're like, that's not what the other person said. And they're like, they're wrong. And then the first person's like, that other person's wrong. And then the third person comes in like, no, it's this. And both of these idiots are wrong. But you can't say that. You can't say, like, if you say anything bad about doctors, like, some doctors don't know what they're talking about. People are like, no, that can't be true. It's like, but the doctors, even the ones that are saying the other doctors don't know what they're talking about. It's not just a me situation. That's the doctors think that each other are stupid. This is just it. This is just a 2 hour long, however hour long complaint festival. I think it's kind of, I'm starting to think that it's kind of impressive that I could just complain for the 2 hours at a time. The to-do list doesn't ever get smaller though. That's the problem. None of these things are getting small. It's like I can do things, but somehow in the time that it takes to do the one thing, I've discovered that I need to do 3 more things after that. So then they just keep growing. They don't get smaller, they just keep growing. 9 million things that I have to do with my life. Never gonna get done. You know what the real way to accomplish all these things is to be realistic and honest with it. This is actually life advice. This is the best thing that you're gonna get from this entire video is to say, hey, all of these things I need to do. You know what? Some of these things I'm lying to myself and I don't really need to do. And you have to actually be honest with yourself and decide, do I need to do this or do I just think I need to do this? Maybe I should just not try to do 200 different things, and I should do 10 things really good and get them done to the best of my ability, and just the rest of the 190 just forget about. And that's that, and that's life. I think that's one of the biggest keys is just So many of us try to do so much, and we do it very poorly because we're trying to do too much. And instead of trying to do so much stuff and failing at so many things, focus on something and try to do it the best that you can. And just let all the other noise just go away. Just focus on one thing and try to do it super great. And then move on to the next thing instead of trying to juggle. Because we can't realistically, we can't do all these different things at the same time. We think that we can. We try to do things, but we really can't. For the most part, we really can't. Unless it's like something like cooking, where we're like, I can make sauce. While the sauce is cooking, I can make something else, and then while that's cooking, I can start prepping something else. Like that's because that's not you doing it. That's like the stove doing it, or whatever, or like a computer processing things. But yeah, like if a video is rendered, for me personally, if a video is rendering, I can do something else while the video is rendering. Start going on that. But if we're talking about things like focus, we can't focus on a million things at the same time. Like sometimes. In Summoner's War terms, right? In Summoner's War terms, some of you may be... See, now I'm going to get people clicking off the video. They're going to be like, oh, good. I shouldn't be watching this video, listening to this video while I'm trying to do other stuff. But, like, for example, if you're trying to study, and then you're also on the side, the tablet's farming. For the most part, the tablet's doing this stuff, but every so often you have to sell your foods, and then you get sidetracked, and then you need that little bit of time to get back into what you were supposed to be doing instead of just being hyper focused on that one thing. So that's where the people that use the bots, the software, the automated software to help your farming, that's where they have the advantage is. And there's still people do it, even though we have auto farming in the game, there's still people that use bots to farm. So excuse me. Bots give me indigestion. There's people that use bots for a lot of stuff though nowadays. Not just Summoner's War, not just farming. They use bots for. I mean, not that Summoner's War and farming was the intention of bots in the beginning, but man, there's just so much automated stuff. It's crazy. It really is. Crash Bandicoot. I still have Crash Bandicoot on the screen. It's just making me want to play it more. I really got to play the Super Mario game first though. I don't know. I was going to say something else. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, and also, for example, RTA. I will play RTA and have some kind of YouTube video, something playing on the side because I want something. I want to be able to learn something while I'm doing RTA. And then I'll be kind of focused on the RTA, but kind of focused on the video and like thinking, like listening to it and thinking about it on the side. And then like I get... confused and I'm frustrated. I'm like, because my whole focus is not on the game. My whole focus is split, so I can't give the attention, and then you misplay. Story of my life. I've been misplaying for years, even before the game came out. I've been misplaying at life. LOL. I say that now, and now I just want to take all these little post-it notes down. There's so many post-it notes. Holy crap. Let's see how many post-it notes there actually are. I'm trying to calculate. Roughly 200. Roughly 200. Yeah. That's a lot. It's not just about, it's just about a whole bunch of different things. There's a lot. Because they just keep, because there wasn't 200 at the beginning. There was like, it started that I would put post-it notes on the bottom of my monitor, the first monitor, right? Then the post-it notes were on the side monitors too. Then there was more post-it notes, so I was like, let me put them on the top of the monitors, but then they got in the way of like seeing the bars at the top to see what things were open in the different windows, and also the toolbars for whatever. And I was like, okay, can't do that. So then I was like putting the post-it notes, stacking post-it notes on top of post-it notes on the bottoms of the monitor. And then the things that didn't need to get done right away were on the bottom layers. And the things that were more important were on the top layers. And then it was like, okay, that's probably you have too many post-it notes, right? Because it's like post-it notes, you're supposed to have like 5, 10, you know. I would say 20, probably not even supposed to have 20. You're supposed to have like 5 or 10, I think. And then I was like, you know what? Here's a great idea. Let me put the Post-it notes on the closet door. It's a different room, but in the other room, I was using the closet door. And then I'm like, that is a lot of Post-it notes. And then I moved rooms, and I was like, oh, we're not just limited to there's no door, there's no closet door. Let me put them just on the wall. So now I'm not limited to closet door real estate. Now I'm limited to just the wall, so it's the whole wall. It's not the whole wall. There's like 2 feet from the ceiling to where the Post-it notes start, and then there's like 2.5 feet. No, it's probably just 2 feet. It's probably just 2 feet from the space on the right-hand side, and there's like 2 feet on the bottom, and the rest of it. So there's those little two foot gaps where there's nothing, and then the rest of it is just Post-it notes. Pretty ridiculous. Very ridiculous. Can we get some we still haven't gotten any new units. All we've learned is that we try to juggle too many things at the same time. That's it. And that I used to leave my Nintendo on when I was a child. Be like, Mom, don't turn it off. I think we all did that. I think the moms knew though, right? The dads didn't care. Or maybe maybe your dads did care. I don't know. My dad was like, well, I don't want to get into like childhood stuff. Or after I already got into childhood stuff, but yeah. Anything good? Anything good? Anything good? Maybe that roll speed. I think they might actually need the speed. Yeah, the moms were the ones that were like, what is he doing? What is he breaking? What is he? He's somehow breaking the law. My mom always thought I was doing something terrible, right? So, yeah. Anyway, where are we going? We're going here, right? Yeah. So I was like, Mom, don't touch the Nintendo. I couldn't get a save point. Or like when you're like supposed to go eat dinner, and then you didn't save, and then it's like, it's dinner time. Come on, have dinner. Like now I'm like everything gets dropped, and I'm like, it's dinner time. This is the most important part of the day. I am going to eat things. That's all I care about. Let's jiggle some stuff, shall we? But like back in the day, it was like video games were the most important thing. So. Yeah. Oh, I think they do have some Mystic Witches to jiggle. Oh. Yeah, they do. Those aren't Mystic Witches. Let's do it. It's not light espresso. I'm sorry, I skipped that. At least we got lightning in a new unit so far. We still have a blessing. Wow, we really got nothing for like an hour. We got nothing for an hour. Wow. Hope you guys enjoy the conversation, because that's all we got the entire hour. That's ridiculous. Jeez. And you guys already know. I mean, I don't want to. I'm sure you've noticed already. I don't want to spoil anything, but for the crazy summon videos, you know, maybe I'm just not going to spoil this one regardless. Regardless if we get anything or not, I'm just not going to spoil it. So even if we get like some kind of crazy LD, it won't be on the thumbnail. But usually, you know, like beforehand, you're like, well, there's no crazy whatever in the thumbnail, so there's no crazy LD came out. But I'm just not going to spoil it either way. Oh my goodness! Crazy LD. That's a decent unit though. Put him on Swift. Stick him with Fat Lucian. Profit. Because he got better base speed than Konamiya. Okay, at least we're getting stuff, right? Dark Neostone Fighter. We really gotta walk away with something from this, right? Some kind of fun new LD. And then some kind of new Nat 5. I mean, at least 2. Come on, man. You're going to give him 1. Them 1. Say him. And people are going to be like, say him, you say her, you say whatever. Let's jiggle some more. We got, I guess, something crazy. Come on, man. At least we got lightning, but we need something crazy. We need something good. Something super solid. This way I could be like, now you need to farm runes for it. Comptua seems to think differently. Comptua seems to think that we need nothing. Nothing on top of nothing. It's gonna be terrible. Oh, that's not terrible. That's usable. You don't need to have super crazy. They have some really really tanky units. So for them, you don't really need them to be super fast or anything. Just make them tanky. For the most part. Make them tanky, let them sit there. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. That's my commentary for that. Could have been worse. The light espresso is not bad. I mean, some of the units are decent, right? Are usable units, but the rates for LD5s are super low anyway. And people go years and years and years and years without getting them. Some people just never got them ever. So I know a lot of people at this point, 8 years into the game, have gotten them, but I'm interested to see what they do for Christmas, because we're like 2 months away from Christmas stuff, from Christmas packs. There's supposed to be some kind of special LD, some kind of scroll. I don't know. I don't know what the stipulations or what's gonna be in it. Probably disappointment, so I wouldn't get your hopes up too much, but there's supposed to be some kind of LD something scroll. Not saying an LD Transcendence. I don't know if it's going to be an LD Legendary. I don't know if it's just going to be... I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But that's the word on the street. Did we pop a blessing or no? Nope. Wow. We got some bad summons on here. Or bad for their account. Tiana on... Because a lot of people... If you don't have Tiana, that's a fantastic unit, right? But... if you don't have Alicia, that's a fantastic unit. Because there was a choice between Tiana and Alicia, right? Veljul can be decent. Veljul's kind of not as good as he once was. He used to be super OP back in the day, but... wow, they just don't want to give us anything. They don't want to give us any Nat 5s from Legendary Scrolls. Some of the 4-stars are really good, but... man, this is brutal. This is ridiculous. Come on, game. Come on, game. Are we actually opening Legendary Scrolls? This is crazy. This is not even Legendary Scrolls. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm sure they really appreciated the Awakened Orion as a fake 5-star. Most painful summons. See, now there's no worries about clickbaiting or not clickbaiting, because there's no incentive. Like, what am I going to clickbait? The most mediocre summons in all of Summoner's War. Please let some... jeez. Please let something be new. Winds up not being. And we have nothing. We have nothing to show for it, because we just keep... because they said, feed the dupes. We just keep getting dupes. Let's just make sure that they have. Yes, they do. Probably not skilled up. It's not even runed, basically. I mean, it has runes on it, but... does it? Does it, though? So at least we get 2 now. Please, at least... I want to say at least one new unit from this. One good new Nat 5 unit that is super meta. Oh my god, they're trolling us so bad. Oh, they're trolling us so bad. So how many of you guys are actually going to play Summoner's War Chronicles after this for 8 years? I can't imagine. This is... Tell me that is not a time gate. Tell me this is the... Okay. Maybe we relog. Let's relog. We're going to relog. Oh, that's not it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to relog and we'll be back. We're back. Hopefully all of the bad RNG left when we relogged. Well, I mean, here's the thing. We did get some Nat 5s. They're all just dupes. That's the unfortunate reality. So let's see. Oh, let's I did zap, didn't I? Let's zap. Let's jiggle. Let's do legendary attributes. Hopefully, hopefully something good comes out of these. I kind of don't even want to use this banner anymore. I feel like it's cursed now. Cursed banner. We did get Nat 5s. They're all just we also got so many fire bombers, so many fire jokers. He is a bomber, but he's not the cobalt bomber. Wow. I mean, you're most likely gonna get normal all night 4 stars, so it's just average. But man, we need something at the last moment to make up for whatever this garbage is. Please give us something good. Something good, please. This is what happens when you're not a Twitch streamer. It's this RNG. Twitch streamer's like, that's not my RNG. Like, yeah, I mean, we know it's not your RNG. We know it's not your RNG. I got 10 scrolls, I got 3 LD5s. Yeah, we know you did. We know you did. I'm so lucky. Yeah, lucky. That's the word you want to use? Okay, lucky. I mean, we did get 1 LD4 here. Thorough and shaded gifted streamers. I feel like there should be more shade thrown at that though, to be honest. All right, we got 2 transcendents, we got 7 cookie run nonsenses. Let's do the cookie runs first. Let's do the cookie runs, please, let's get something. Let's get something useful. I mean, at this point, we can at least hope that we have 2 blessings, right? 2 transcendents. We can at least hope that one of those is going to be a new unit. Hoping against all hope. The best thing that came out of this entire video was not... That's a dupe, though. That's we got it, but that's another dupe. We just keep getting dupes. This is what happens when you have too much stuff. Keep getting dupes. Now you just gotta farm runes. Please be something new. Please be something new. Not a single new unit. Not a single new unit. Oh my god. Not a single... This is the last chance that we have. Please be new. Please. Oh my god. We got 0 new units. We have been summoning over an hour. 0 new Nat 5s. I don't know if those LDs were new or whatever. I guess we can find out. Let's see. Let's see if the... I don't even care. Honestly, I don't even care what we got anymore. Wow. There's a lot of stuff here. They're just building everything. So, light hard is not new. Good. Who builds 2 Talashas? 2 Delphoid? Why got so many? What do you know that I don't? They're just like, I built it. Look at the 2 Water Kung Fu girls, 2 Chasuns, 2 Emmas. They know something that I don't know. Like, I make some wacky themes. I bet you do. I bet you do. 3 Theo... Now that I'm seeing this, 3 Theomars. Some of these I'm not surprised to see 2 of, but you're just like building everything. All right. Well, now you can build 3 Leos or 2 Leos, 3 Leos. I don't know. Wow. It don't get worse than this, guys. All right, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoy. I might just upload this anyway because there's, you know, we got to do summons every Saturday morning, whatever, usually. And there was some funny stuff in it. Maybe that was the enjoyable part. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed at least that. I will see you as always in the next one.